welcome back to another episode number 141 of the so-called Sports Analyst. Man, I'm doing great today, guys. I'm doing great. How about y'all?
I'm doing pretty solid. I'm starting my Johnny Furphy basketball auto collection right now, so
I'm doing
Australian legend.
I'm
Bro,
doing all
get
right.
that guy off
I'm
the
doing
screen.
all
He can't
right.
even dunk. Like, he can't even dunk.
I bet Olave could dunk.
He can't dunk like Johnny Furphy. That's for
Probably
sure.
not. Probably not.
He'd
I don't
had a
know.
better game than Bailey.
Talk to me
He'd had a
when
better
talk
game
to
than
me
Bailey.
when Chris Olave plays at University of Kansas and fights crocodiles. Talk to me when he does that.
I got you.
No, but all right. Before we start, find us on Twitch, Discord, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube under TSCSA, the so-called Sports Analyst. Whether you listen to us live or another day, we appreciate it. Make sure you share this to anybody that likes sports. But all right, the first game that we're going to start off with right here.
Actually, like Johnny Furphy was drafted. He was drafted with the Spurs second round pick, but we traded that pick and we
Do you
ended
hear
up
that,
drafting
Brecken?
Harrison
The
Ingram.
cope. The
We ended up
cope.
drafting
Oh,
Harrison Ingram.
just trying to
guys,
keep it to
he's
a basketball
already-
podcast.
He's
Guys,
Are you
already trying to
shitting
do a
me?
basketball pod.
Guys,
Let's
Come
talk
on.
about the game.
We're all talking
guys.
about different sports this week. What about F1?
Bro, Brecken hasn't watched an F1 race in 2 years, bro. Don't
That's not
get it
true.
twisted.
That's not true. Me and you almost went to Austin.
No, you didn't.
Almost doesn't count, Brecken. I've
Shut
actually
up,
been to
dude.
a racing event. You haven't.
Oh man. He went to
Already
some
rage-
Indy NASCAR race, bro.
The
NASCAR
rage bait
is
is
sick, bro. Have
already
you ever been
started.
to a NASCAR? Do you have Kyle Larson's victory at the Brickyard 400 autograph magazine? No, I don't think you do. I met him. I have a
Shut
picture
up,
with
dude.
Kyle Larson. You
Let,
don't.
let's talk about this game that happened 4 days ago right here and on
Guys,
Josh's
did you
birthday. It
know-
was a
did you
birthday
know-
present.
did
No,
you
no,
know-
we're not going to do this, Josh. Chiefs and
Did you know-
Cowboys.
Did you know
31
that
to
Jeremy
28.
Sohan actually has a negative 34 plus minus on the season. Like,
Oh
that is
my.
insane.
Come
Trade for
on,
Trey
come
Murphy.
on.
Let's go get Trey Murphy. Bring in
Wrap
Trey
it
Murphy,
up.
guys.
Josh,
Did y'all know,
I know you're
once
deflecting.
again the New Orleans Saints blew a game? Did you know that? Once again,
It's not like we blew the game. I mean, we got a better draft pick. Jets won, which I was pretty happy about.
it is a better draft pick. What, the
So-
second?
All right, we can. All right, continue.
We're guaranteed the second pick, but
How are you guaranteed the second pick?
They're not going to win any
Because-
more games.
yeah,
Yeah, Saints aren't winning no more games.
I hope they win their next game.
yeah,
Here
we'll
you
probably
go.
pull some shit
Three
off.
game
Just so they
win
can
streak.
draft. Just so they can draft another quarterback to ruin his career. It's cool.
They're gonna draft
They're gonna draft-
Nussmeier.
yeah, they're gonna
No,
Yeah,
they're gonna
that's mine.
pass. No, they're gonna pass on a quarterback for 5 rounds and let him go to like 15 rounds or something.
He's rage baited Brecken. Don't fall for it, Brecken. He's
I
trying
know,
to
I'm
deflect.
chilling, bro.
trying to-
I'm
Did you see? Did you see the
I'm-
pain
No,
on
I
his
saw
face
his face.
just now?
Brecken, I saw your face. I saw your face.
I thought about
Those are
ranting about the draft, but I was like, that's for another day. Today we're gonna talk about how the Cowboys whooped the shit out of the
and
Chiefs.
Jackson Dart went number 28. Just so you know.
Let's talk about it. It was Josh's birthday, and I don't know about you, Brecken. I think Josh was watching this game pretty well. I think he was at this game too, right?
Yeah, from
The
what I
Chiefs
heard,
did-
he actually stayed at my
I
house
stayed at
and
Brecken's
then
house.
went to the game to go ahead and watch his Chiefs get their ass whooped.
The score
Live,
was
not even on
31
television.
to
Live.
28. Yes, live. A live ass whooping. And Ryan's here in the chat already. But Josh, what'd you see from that game there in the stands? I know I
Well-
saw a lot from my TV.
Well, what I saw was the greatest football player to ever live, Mahomes, and I saw everyone else play like absolute. And Rasheed Rice played good, but he had a terrible drop. But everyone else played absolutely terrible. And, dude, honestly, I'm gonna be completely honest. I know McDuffie would have been on a highlight reel. He still is on a highlight reel for this game. But I looked at Jesse when George Pickens almost completed the hurdle, and I was like, I didn't
Dude.
want. As a fan of the Chiefs, I'm glad it didn't happen. But as a witness of sports and loving sports, I was
That
like,
would've
I
been-
hope that would have been sick to say I saw that in person. But dude, honestly, absolute. I mean, Chris Jones, trash. Like, I'm tired of it. Like, let's move on in the offseason. But Trent McDuffie, dude, holy. Like, I've seen him get worked by Cortland Sutton one game, like, and A.J. Brown in the Super Bowl. But this was the absolute worst I have ever seen Trent McDuffie play. And it's not like he was getting, like, he only allowed, what, 3 or 4 catches in this game. But they were very important catches, and then just all the PIs. It's just not something he's used to doing. I think.
Can I add in something? He gave up 44 yards the most this season in an entire game.
No, yeah. He hadn't allowed another receiver to go over 40 yards the entire season. And that's, dude, Dallas Cowboys, dude, I hope they go on a win streak, bro, because I want to see they're my Super Bowl favorites now. Like, I don't care who they play. Like, the defense. Okay, so I think here's the thing. Like, this is kind of like, I think in the boat. Okay, I know it didn't translate to wins. Like, I think that they needed just an average defense, the Dallas Cowboys. Like, look, they just needed an average defense to kind of get one or a couple stops. And they held the Chiefs basically scoreless for 2 whole quarters, like in the second and the third quarters. And they held the Chiefs offense very stagnant, which we'll get into the play calling in a minute. Super stupid. But still, like, I think Quinnen Williams, I know Overshown's still catching his legs. Like, you can still tell he's not fully, like, there yet because there is a couple times where, like, he is getting, like worked a little bit. Not outran or worked, but you can tell he's rusty. But as far as Quinnen Williams,
he got outran by Kareem Hunt on the sideline.
Yeah, and then there was
on one of the big plays.
He tried tackling Rashee Rice, and Rashee Rice just kind of like, but that's but that's whatever. He's still getting his leg. I don't really hold that against him. But as far as like Quinnen Williams, what he has been able to do for the Dallas Cowboys, not that he's like creating this insane amount of opportunity, but he is creating opportunity for Jordan.
Sorry, yeah. That threw me off.
No, but he's creating opportunity like for guys like Jadeveon Clowney. You know, they brought in Jadeveon Clowney to even bring in more pressure, but having that guy in the interior creating so much is opening up everything for guys like Donovan Ezeuruku and Jadeveon Clowney to be able to create a lot of pressure. And Dante Fowler isn't even playing right now, so they're still missing a whole nother option on that defensive line. And then kind of Brecken's guy a little bit. Siobhan Ravel didn't look too bad in this game. He didn't look too bad. I still do think he made a couple. Xavier Worthy. Oh my gosh, bro. But you know, everyone else. But Rashee Rice had a major drop. Travis Kelce had a major drop. And as far as people are hating on the penalties, to be honest, it didn't look that bad in person. Like if I'm being completely honest, I think the Josh Simmons one was a little crazy, you know, because he kind of just manhandled that guy. But as far as everything else, like, it's football. Like, it's going to be called that way. I can't really hate on it too much. And then, dude, Dak's putting the ball where it needs to be right now. And I'm going to give my props because even though I'm a Chiefs fan, I still hope the Cowboys succeed. And I got to say, honestly, that was a great game to witness in person. Like, I was sad for sure, but I think I was more taken back because it was like my first NFL game. Dude, there's so much that goes on in an NFL game, like in person. Like, I was like, bro, you know who I felt bad the most for? The cheerleaders, dog. Like, I'm gonna be completely honest. Like,
Why?
Dude, here's the thing. They're constantly dancing on the sidelines. Like,
nonstop.
Nonstop. But then even during breaks, bro, like, they're in every corner dancing, bro. Like, and then they're like, and then at timeouts, oh, look, it's America's sweethearts. They're out there dancing again, bro. Like, dude, what kind of cardio?
Condition, bro. They're conditioned, bro.
Dude, no,
better than me, man. Better than me.
God, dude, these
doesn't take much.
Put them out there to play, coach. I might as well put them at freaking defensive end for the Kansas City Chiefs or defensive tackle because they got a lot more energy than our guys. Because, dude, Chris Jones, I'm over it, dude. Like, I can't even defend.
Bullied by Tyler Booker.
The defense looked the worst they've looked in, I think, in a couple years. Like, I'm gonna be complete. They've had some games up and downs, but this is definitely the worst that they look. This is definitely the worst that they look.
Stop fucking laughing, bro. Why are you laughing?
No. I don't think
shit funny.
How to open the comments. I don't know how.
I just seen it.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, Chiefs got worked. I can't really just say anything.
Brecky, go ahead.
Nah, it was a great game to witness. As we all know,
Dude,
I'm a
was a great
GP3
game,
fan. Dude, I loved it. I posted a GP3 edit right before the game started. I was so hyped, and I mean, he delivered. I'm not gonna lie, at the start of the game, I was like, "Oh shit, McDuffie is locking him up for
He
like
did
three
good.
quarters." Yeah, for 3 quarters. Granted, there was like the ball in the sun that GP3 should have caught. That would have been like maybe like 15, 20 yards. There were some other balls that you were like, he usually gets those. Um, and then, but just in that fourth quarter, whenever you need him most, man, he shows up. Like Dak Prescott, after his mandatory pick in the first quarter, just turns into, prime Tom Brady, looking absolutely insane out there. And the run game looked surprisingly good. I didn't think that the run game would be this good, but it was consistent for the Cowboys,
I mean, it
and
was
that's all that you
one
needed.
big run, but outside of that, it was kind of trash.
Nah.
It was consistently
It was
good,
consistent.
and then they had the one big run. It was they were picking up yards on first down to make it second and manageable every single time.
Bro, I'm sorry to laugh, but as soon as Malik Davis had the 43-yard run, Jesse just immediately went, "Why is Javonte Williams starting? Like he's so slow. Like we didn't put in Malik Davis. Like he was calling. Like he looked at me he's like, bro, I should have picked up Malik Davis in Dynasty. Like I should have picked him up. Like he was like bro, Malik
Bro just
Davis should
started
be starting
raging.
over Javonte Williams like every time like I'm like, what, dude? Like Javonte's been doing good. Like and he's like, nah. He's so slow compared to Malik Davis. Like I was like, he got so excited. I didn't think that was gonna
Excited
happen.
over a Malik Davis touchdown.
I know, and he's been stepping up big. This is 2 weeks in a row where he
Yeah.
breaks off an explosive run, which is like with Jaden Blue missing, he's really just taking advantage of his opportunities. He's supposed to be like a four stringer, behind
Yeah. We
Sanders and
signed him
Blue.
off the practice squad 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and so I mean he's really showing up. Ferguson, you wish you got that touchdown. I mean it was
Such a
close,
great ball.
dude. It was really it was just I mean it was a great game. I texted Josh before the game that I really wanted it to be a good game because I mean I knew that that's what it was going to come down to. I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I see Mahomes break those 2 sacks, roll out, throw it 50 yards downfield while falling to Xavier Worthy, I thought, oh shit, here it goes again.
Dude.
The Mahomes magic. I thought for sure that the Chiefs were going to come back and win it. But the Cowboys defense, they showed up and they showed out and they played really good.
So I texted Josh early in the morning. Well, not early. I told him, I said, happy birthday, Josh.
I woke up at
But we're
11
not-
o'clock
oh.
and texted him.
but I told him from 3:30 to 6:30, we're not friends. we're not friends at this current moment. And if you would have said before the game, hey, Patrick Mahomes is gonna have almost 300 total yards, 4 touchdowns, and no turnovers. And if you would have asked me, hey, do you think the Cowboys are gonna win the game? I would have said, you motherfucking right, because we have Dak Prescott on our side, damn it. And Dak Prescott outplayed Patrick Mahomes in this game. And okay, Mahomes did not play bad in this game, but Dak Prescott.
What more is he supposed to do, bro? Like it just pisses me off so bad.
Hey, and just whenever it came down to it, and I'm gonna say this: the Chiefs' defense on third down, they would get them the third down. But bro, I think they have one of the worst percentages now as far as a third down stop in defense. And just play calling, this was a coaching masterclass. Like this is the first time where I could say like the Chiefs, they got outclassed coaching on both sides of the ball.
This was one of Spags' worst performance. Like
Yeah,
But-
Spags. I mean, even the last like 2-3 weeks, I feel like Spags has been very confusing.
But okay, I'll
at
say
what the
this.
Colts did.
I even told Josh this. I said one thing you can't do against Dak Prescott is blitz. That's Spags' bread and butter. And I think he went 10 for 13, 180 yards and a touchdown. So that's the last thing you want to do against Dak Prescott. And just all I'm saying this is I'm sipping this Cowboys Kool-Aid. I've been saying that the past 3 weeks. Apparently, it was supposed to be just a Raiders game, then came back down 21-0, and then gave the Chiefs a head start in a 7-0 game, and still came back and won. At this point, especially after the Rams loss, if the Cowboys sneak into the playoffs, I'm not going to say those words. I'm not going to say those words, but I am thinking those words right there. They're the most dangerous team in the NFC if they get in the dance. That's the biggest thing. If they get in the dance, I don't know how they're gonna get there because I think they have like a 20% chance. But
I am Super Bowl.
if they get there, if they get there, I'm just saying, this Cowboys team, whew, whew, dude. And
What's so
okay,
funny is after this week, I still feel like the Chiefs have a better chance of making the playoffs than the Cowboys, just because I feel like the NFC this year is so much better than the AFC.
whoa, the goal for the Cowboys is obviously they have to win out and they have to see. I'm trying to find this picture. I said it earlier. So they need the Eagles to lose 2 games, or have the Bears, Packers, Niners, or Seattle finish 2-3. So 2 out of those teams. But I think the best shot's Philly. I think the best shot's Philly losing because they have the Chargers, and they have Buffalo, and I think the Chiefs. They have Houston next week. They have
Chargers,
Houston
Titans,
next week.
Broncos, Raiders.
But it sucks because the Chiefs, they don't have the tiebreaker over Buffalo, over Jacksonville, which those are going to be the teams fighting in the wild card. That's
Yeah.
what sucks for them. They have to get
No.
2 games
I didn't even think
over
about that.
completely. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, okay, so as far as the Dallas Cowboys, like, I mean, I already harped on it. I picked them. I'm high on them too right now. As far as the Chiefs, dude, I mean, with Spags, I can't blame the play calling. Like this year, it's not his fault. Like I feel like the front four have not generated any real positive pressures. You know, they get a lot of pressures, but they're already 5 second, 4 second. Like the play is already happening. Like the guy's been standing back there for days by the time they even get to him. So he has to throw all these safeties, all these corners, all these linebackers in a blitz to even create some type of pressure. And it just puts your defense back on their heels every single time, playing uncomfortable. And I think this was the biggest problem this year, this week, because, like I said, McDuffie, where he struggles the most, is when he's one-on-one with the bigger receiver. You know, and CeeDee Lamb
Or
just
TD.
kind of just outclassed him in this game. But as far as like people like George Pickens, you can't do this when when you can't bring any extra help. When you can't bring
comment up there.
but you can't bring any extra help on the outside when you're constantly trying to create pressure. When you should just probably just be having all people sit back and play. And I'm really tired of harping on it, but Chris Jones is a problem this season. Like it's just some of the worst ball he's played in his entire career. He's not creating anything. He's not the closer he used to be. And it's hurting this team really bad. And as far as offensively, why do we constantly get out of from behind the center runs? Like it doesn't work when we're just constantly running out of shotgun. It's the Chiefs have a real positive rate when they run when Mahomes is under center compared to running out of the shotgun. Yeah, shut up, Rick. Damien.
Well,
So
I think
but
the
as far
Chiefs,
as
like watching the Chiefs, they're just like a big play offense. It's weird because
well, you notice
at
the
their
first
two drives, it was boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom down the field, and then after that, it was either Kareem Hunt run or deep shot down the field.
They
until
go
late
away from
fourth
what they're
quarter.
good at.
Or Rasheed Rice screen. You always got to throw that in there.
Yes.
He only caught 2 screens in
Yes.
this game, Brecken. What are you
I know, but he got
talking about?
hella yards off of
One of
him.
them was for a touchdown.
My bad, he's the best after the catch runner in the entire
I'm
NFL.
not complaining. I'm saying that's a good thing that the Chiefs have. You fucking
but-
hard.
No. You know what the problem was this week? I argued for Dez Bryant so much, it gave the Chiefs good juju going into this game. And that's what I gave the Cowboys good aura going into this game. That's why they won, actually.
Hey, I appreciate
No, but
it. You keep
me
talking
and
good
Brecken
about
were
that.
talking about it. It seems like we were talking about it earlier, like the Chiefs constantly playing. I think winners fatigue is getting to them at this point. Like, and it's a common thing when teams constantly are playing deep in the playoffs. It just wears on these older players after a while. And I think this is what it's hitting for the Kansas City Chiefs right now. I think there needs to be a new set of faces within that defense, because we got to think this is the same defense they've had for the past 4 years already. 3 or 4 years,
Yeah.
and they haven't really made any real improvements. Like, sure, Chris Jones got re-signed, McDuffie's still hasn't gotten re-signed, and then Carl Laptis just got a contract. But it's no real game changers that have been brought in to create any new spark for that defense. And offensively, I mean, Josh Simmons is now out probably for at least 3
It's the
games.
rest of the year,
It
right?
might be the rest of the year, yeah. But we are constantly rolling out there with Jawan Taylor making mistakes. And on the offensive end, Travis Kelce, though he's had a good season, it's just not the same as it used to be. Like, there's just constant pressure, and the lack of a run game over the last couple of seasons has really hurt this team because there hasn't been a consistent playmaker in the backfield. And I really do think in the offseason they're gonna have to sit back and look who do we still need? Who are we gonna bring in? And then how can we limit these mistakes? And I honestly do think Andy Reid needs to take a look in the mirror and say, what am I doing wrong? Because I feel like there's a lot of constant things that he's trying to redo over and over again that has just, the league has already figured out. You know, and Mahomes is doing the best he can. When you watch Mahomes play, he's doing everything he can. Like, he's legit doing everything. Jesse was literally getting mad because the Cowboys couldn't sack him on first hit because he's constantly moving around in the backfield
that's just Mahomes.
trying to make something happen. And yeah, I'm kind of over it. I know it sounds annoying, but it's just the truth. Like, I think constantly getting a team's best shot week in and week out, having to play at the top of your game, playing deep into the playoffs, constantly playing the Super Bowl is starting to wear on this team. And I just think it's time for a rejuvenation of players. The Patriots went through this. The Chiefs should jump on it before they had to do it. I don't want to go through a 10-year drought like the Patriots did with Tom Brady. You can't waste a career like Mahomes and do that. It's just not going to work out for the Kansas City Chiefs if they try doing that.
Yeah, no, and I mean, I was kind of like, that's exactly what I was going to say was, I feel like with this team, in these years that were supposed to be rebuilding years, they were making Super Bowls and winning them. And so it's like, as a team and as a fan base, you feel like, oh shit, like, we're winning with these guys. We're winning Super Bowls. We're making it to the game. We can't get rid of them. So then you're keeping around these older or aging players or less talented guys that are, being carried along because of a great team. And then, maybe these guys are cognitively great, but aren't physically gifted. And so that's why a team like the Eagles are kind of like the opposite, is they're so young and they're drafting all these physically gifted guys that maybe aren't the smartest players, but, they're staying so fresh and so young that it doesn't even matter compared to with the Chiefs. A lot of this roster is getting a little bit older. And I mean, there's no like there's Worthy, which is an athletic freak. But other than that, I mean, there's not really an athletic freak on this offense. I guess Josh Simmons, but both of those guys were just drafted. So,
Yeah.
you don't really get, you feel like you don't really get a shot at these guys. You got to let, players like Willie Gay go, who I thought was maybe just a rotational guy, but he's a freak athlete and he could develop, and especially on, the Chiefs with a great, coaching, he could have been something great.
And okay, one last thing I want to add. Can the Chiefs get away from the smaller prototypical speed receivers? Yes, I know they hit on Tyreek Hill.
Dude,
but
they need
I
to get
think
away from it
that's
bad.
That's a one of one. Like, the only reason he fell, I think it was to the 6th round.
They're
was 'cause
chasing
of
that
issues.
replication every year.
They're chasing Tyreek Hill. That's what they're chasing. And it's just, you're not going to find another Tyreek Hill. And okay, I want to say this.
I think it's.
At-
Oh, sorry. I
No,
think
you're
it's
good.
Andy Reid chasing Deshaun Jackson in the Tyreek Hill mold over and over again.
That's what I think. And okay, let me say this. What was Andy Reid's knock before Patrick Mahomes got there? It was his play calling, and it was as far as undisciplined teams. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying Andy Reid is a bad coach by any standards, but I kind of think now, like, looking at this afterwards, was Mahomes kind of covering that up
Yeah, for sure.
whenever those teams are right there, and now that this team is not as talented as it was the past 3 years, now you're starting to see, okay, well, the Chiefs, what did they have, over 10 plus penalties this game? So it's just, they're not as disciplined. And now Mahomes, he has to be damn near perfect. Like, this is the first time Mahomes has lost when he has a pass rating over 125.
Dude, see, that's what I'm saying. Mahomes is playing the best he possibly can. Like, I don't dude, you're asking Superman to come out for 3 straight seasons already. Like he's having to put the team on his back game in and game out. Like it's not that Andy Reid is a great coach in the NFL. He was always been a good coach. Always been a good coach. But like I got into this argument because someone was trying to say Andy Reid is the reason. Andy Reid didn't win a damn Super Bowl until Patrick Mahomes showed up to Kansas City. Till he didn't win a damn Super Bowl with Donovan McNabb, Michael Vick, Alex Smith, all guys with high draft capital, 2 of them being number 1 overall draft picks. No, it wasn't until number 15 showed up. We need to fill number 15 with actual weapons. And like you said, we're chasing the mold. That's what's annoying me. That's why I wanted Xavier Legette so bad. Because he was different from what we usually have. And then when we ended up drafting Xavier Worthy, who I did say I did not want. And like I'd rather have Adonai Mitchell. I'd rather would have wanted to have Adonai Mitchell over Xavier Worthy because like you said, we were chasing that mold over and over again. And you look at who our best receiver is, someone that's not even in that mold. It's Rashee Rice. Rashee Rice is literally just give me the ball and I'm gonna make something happen. You know. And then as far as on the outside, Sky Moore, you know who he was drafted over, and they actually traded back for him.
Oof.
George Pickens. You know, it's like bro,
That's what I was gonna say, dude.
Like,
I remember whenever that pick happened. Whenever that pick happened, I was like, no way. And Josh was defending it with his life, which I understand. I understand.
Well, of course, I want Sky Moore to succeed.
I get it. But I remember at the time, I was like, what? I thought it was a horrible pick.
I mean,
Yeah,
definitely
so
is.
they're just
love
constantly
George Pickens.
chasing. Like even Jalen Royals this year,
Top
like there was
5 receiver.
constantly times where you could have drafted a big receiver. Like Torrey Horton fell a couple.
Kyle
like, fell-
Williams.
you know,
I thought
so,
they were going to get Kyle
Williams.
Williams for sure.
Yeah.
Like there was a couple players, they just keep chasing that same old, and I just don't think it's gonna
They
happen.
can get
Like,
somebody in this class. There's quite a few big body
there is a
receivers,
lot.
dude.
Yeah,
There is
but
a
you know
lot.
who I want. You know who I want, and I don't want to leave the draft without that name. Okay, I don't want to leave the draft without that name. If
I
we
don't
lose
think- I
the
don't
rest
think
of
he
these
falls
games,
that far.
if we lose, I think
He's
he
not going to fall
falls
that far.
Yes, he will. You said that about Josh Simmons. You said that about Josh Simmons, and look what happened. He will.
I
fall.
know. Maybe I should keep my fucking mouth shut, bro. Oh, man.
Shit. All right. Well, let's go and move on to this next game. Just shout out to Dak Prescott one last time, just outplaying Mahomes. I did text Josh that before Brecken.
He did not
I texted him. I put in quotes. Dak Prescott outduels Mahomes in a shootout. I texted him exactly that, and he said not gonna
Dude,
happen.
Rashee Rice needs to hold on to that third down, and Travis Kelce.
You know
bro.
what's
2
crazy,
major
Brecken?
drops.
Rashee Rice had a great game, and he was the 3rd best receiver on the field that day. He was the
I'd say he
3rd
was
best
number 2.
receiver. on
I'd
the
say
field.
he, I'd say he used to.
Nah,
I'd say
he
was
wasn't
2.
too.
Dude,
Yeah,
no,
definitely.
CeeDee Lamb,
the pod,
George
the
Pickens.
pod doesn't know, but in the group chat, I am a George Pickens fan. Alfonso is Icarus, bro. He is touching the sun with wax wings right now. He has
You're
never
damn
been
right.
more high in his life on the Cowboys and on George Pickens, and I'm a George Pickens guy. I love him.
No, George Pickens, yes.
Oh my. I
Well, to be
love
fair,
George Pickens.
Rashee Rice had a better game than George Pickens in this game.
He
so.
did. You know what? Who
He
made?
did, he did.
Who sealed the game? Who made the
Rash-
biggest completion? Who made the biggest completion? Who almost hurdled a 6-foot dude?
Rasheed's touchdown was
Jimmy
nasty. I'm not
Duffy is
gonna lie.
5'11", by the way. So.
Yeah.
All right,
but
next
Rashee Rice's
game. Next
touchdown was
game.
pretty sick, bro.
You guys have been
Rice's
talking
touchdown
about the
was pretty
fucking Chiefs and about how shit Chris
Hey.
Jones is for 30 minutes. Let's go into the Saints, baby.
sick. We're going
Hey,
to the
it's bragging
Saints out of
rights
all
for
No,
the
I'm
next
teams.
kidding. We're not going to the Saints. We're
It's-
not going to the Saints. We
it's
lost. We
bragging-
get a better draft pick.
Brecken,
Okay.
it's bragging rights for the
So
next
are the
4
Chiefs
years.
missing the
That's what
playoffs this year?
this is
Are the
right
Chiefs,
here.
Are the Chiefs missing the playoffs this year?
Yes.
I'm so scared.
They're losing to Houston next week. I'm saying that
No,
right now.
this is
They're-
the type of game they bounce back with.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just the
don't
best
know.
defense in the league, and without Josh Simmons and Trey Smith may not play. Okay.
Just sounds like
Oh
a
shit,
recipe
Trey
for
Smith is gonna
Mahomes
miss
magic.
another week? Are you serious?
Yeah,
He
bro.
may not
has
play.
a high and low ankle sprain, bro.
Oh my
two-
gosh, I
Against
feel
the
like he's been
best
out
defense,
forever.
bro. Yeah.
How many
Huh?
weeks has he been out? I feel like he's been out for like 5 weeks already,
He's only
dude.
been out 1 week, Brecken.
No, swear. Was
Yes,
he
he's
injured
only been
before
out
that?
1 week. Yeah, he played against
No,
the
bro,
Colts.
he got ruled out. He
Am
got
I thinking
hurt
of
in
the
the game
Cowboys?
before.
Don't the Cowboys have a lineman named Trey Smith?
No,
Tyler
we
Smith.
don't. Tyler Smith.
Tyler Smith?
Shout out to
Do they
Tyler.
What are the
have?
Cowboys?
You should just know it's Tyler. Like just
Yeah, it's Tyler,
bro.
Tyler. Yeah. No, but well, all right. Let's move on to this next game. It was 30 minutes, and all right. So let's get to the
God, we
number
really
one
talked
seed,
about that game for 30
Chicago
minutes.
Bears versus the Philadelphia Eagles.
The
The Bears, they
Bears.
win 24 to
Bears.
15 against the Eagles. Eagles 2-game losing streak. Y'all go first.
Hey, Fonzo, who would have thought? Who would have thought?
Look at us.
Look at us. Who
Baby
would've
goat.
thought? Who would have
Baby
thought?
goat.
Wow, all
Baby goat
y'all-
number one.
While all of y'all were talking on Caleb Williams and
Love to
Romo
see it.
Dunze, Ryan was hating on DeAndre Swift. We knew. We believed.
We knew this.
We
Baby
believed.
goat.
You know,
Baby
we
goat.
knew.
All the guys that you just named did not have. I mean, Swift had a good game, but
Swift
everybody
has
else.
been having
You
the
know-
best year of his career this year.
Let me-
what are you
let me-
No,
talking
he
about?
has. He
Let
has.
me, let me tell you this, Brecken. Let me tell you this. Caleb Williams is top 5 in MVP odds. That's all I'm gonna say.
No way.
Hey.
Is he actually?
Yes, he actually is. I checked that.
Oh my
checked-
gosh.
Yeah, he's top 5 in MVP.
You know,
He
you know what's
moves
gonna-
up to top
Romo
5 with.
Dunze is such an X factor that everybody else eats because they're double teaming him. Every single
Dude, you're
play.
so right. You're so.
Dude,
His
I told
the
you.
stats don't tell the story with Rome, right?
They really don't, bro. No, literally, they don't tell the stats in Rome. They literally
They don't, dude. They don't. But they do. They do though.
Hey, it's funny how Chris Olave's never been this high in rankings before, so that's all I'm saying.
Chris Olave's better.
Oh
He's
yeah,
not better than Rome.
he's not. Better.
Yes, he is. I don't want to get into it. He is better.
Oh yeah, well, has he ever been 9-3?
No,
All right then.
I don't
But
think
yeah,
so.
shout out
He started
the
off
Bears.
6-0 with.
And the Eagles' downfall is happening now. 2 losses
see
in
it.
a row, But I hate the Eagles. But give it up to Caleb Williams. Didn't have too much of a great statistical day, but when you can just have that 2-headed monster in the backfield like you do, Kyle Monangai, DeAndre Swift, just
never
give
seen anything either.
them the damn ball. And you know what? I don't know. Maybe they exposed the weakness Philadelphia Eagles. Maybe they're not that good against the run. They've struggled a couple times this season against the run. And I do think one major problem Philadelphia Eagles, why is Saquon playing so bad right now? It's because I just feel like the new offensive coordinator has hurt this offense at times quite a bit. And I think what the problem is, they're trying to get Jalen Hurts to get into these freaking duels with other quarterbacks, and it's cost them, and it's won them a couple of games this season.
Yeah, no. I mean, I really thought Saquon was going to eat this game because the Bears were missing literally their whole entire linebacking core, and so going into this game, I was like, bro, Saquon's going to have another one of those games. 150 plus yards. I really thought that Saquon was going to eat, and he just didn't, dude. Granted, he didn't get a whole lot of opportunities, but even with the ones that he got, he didn't look like he didn't look like Saquon. You know what I'm saying? Like he's getting tackled in the backfield and stuff. It just doesn't make sense. And then AJ Brown, stop bitching. This is 2-3 games in a
games,
row. Yeah, where you're getting fucking fed. So I don't want to see you complain.
Oh, he had
not
a crazy
again.
game, and he complained.
Dude, it doesn't make sense to me. Like the rich can only get so much richer. You know what I'm saying? Like Hurts, he didn't play outstanding, but he had a meh game. It really just came down to this Bears offense and this team. They're just playing together, and they look like they like each other. I feel like these teams are similar, right? Going into this game, these teams are similar. Maybe I'd even give the edge to the Eagles a little bit. But you watch the game, you can tell everybody on the Bears like each other, and everybody on the Eagles does not fuck with each other. That's why the Bears are able to walk up as a group, punch you in the fucking mouth, and rush for 270 plus yards on one of the best defensive lines in the NFL, while the Eagles, with one of the best running backs we've ever seen, do fucking book all with him. You know what I'm saying? It was just the power of friendship, I guess you could say, and the Pope, I need to bring that up.
Hey,
You
as soon
know,
as the Pope comes in, 9-3. I'm just saying.
9-3, top of the NFC, man.
He's been the Pope the whole season.
No, I'm just
Exactly.
saying
No,
now that the Pope's like
Mm,
there's an American
he's
Pope
from the
from
South- he's
Chicago.
from
and
the
this is
South side.
this is 8 wins in a row, isn't it?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. Dude,
No,
they're on
7.
such a run. Such a run. Is their schedule easy coming up too? I don't know.
No, they got a rough.
Bless
They
you.
got a rough
Bless you.
stretch.
Thank you.
They got Packers twice, Bears, Niners, Lions,
Yeah, they got a
or
rough
Browns,
stretch.
I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's rough, but I'll say this, like you were saying, the Bears, they have one of the best offensive lines in football, and that's credit to Ben Johnson and him being able to scheme up everything. And yes, Caleb Williams, he didn't have the best day, but at the end of the day, whenever you have a run game this good, you really don't need a quarterback to do that much. You don't.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a real bad day to throw the football. In all honesty, that's why both quarterbacks, their completion percentage really look bad. But I want to focus on the Eagles here. Their offense. I feel like their stats are finally catching up to how bad the offense is playing. So let me read their rankings. Points per game, 19th. Total yards per game, 24th. Passing yards per game, 23rd. Rushing yards per game, 22nd. Third down percentage, 28th. Percentage of drives ending with a punt, that's tied for 30th. And 3-and-out percentage, every 3 drives, there's a 3-and-out from the Philadelphia Eagles. And Saquon Barkley, like you were saying, at this point, it's 13 games that have been played for the Eagles. Saquon, 61 yards per game, that's 18th. Or rushing yards per carry, 3.7, that's 40th. 10-plus yards run, or 10-plus yards runs, 17th, that's 27th. 20-plus yard runs, he only has 2. And rushing touchdowns, 4. You know, as far as like 10-plus yards per rush, Patrick Mahomes has more than Saquon Barkley this year. So that shows you everything you need to know about the Philadelphia Eagles offense. And I think last year they had such a historic offensive line, and just with Saquon Barkley, now you don't have to focus or 8-man box on the run game. So that's why Jalen Hurts is struggling. That's why there's nothing really going from this passing offense. And I'll say this. I don't know if y'all agree. I feel like Nick Sirianni, if he doesn't have a great OC next to him, this offense always struggles. Like, look at Frank Reich, Kellen Moore. Even though I don't like Kellen Moore, he got a head coaching job.
I was about to say.
What was the one before? Shane Steichen. So all of these guys went on to become head coaches.
Dude,
They went on to become head coaches.
I'm looking right now because I was curious. Saquon's season, because before the pod, we were talking about what's going on with Genty. Is it him, or is it just genuinely this team is so shit? Dude,
Yeah.
look at them game per game next to each other. They look just about
They're
equal.
identical?
Which is
Wow.
insane. We're talking Saquon, generational athlete, generational. So is Genty. But Saquon just ran for 2,000 yards. And,
Yeah.
you know, it was behind one of the best O-lines. Genty is behind, hands down, probably the worst rush offensive line I've ever seen in my life. And he's doing just as good.
Yeah.
It's just, that's so disgusting.
I just want to say this. The Eagles, they should still make the playoffs, but they have 2 more tough games against the Chargers and the Bills coming up. And if they lose those 2 games right there, they could go from having one of the best records in the NFC to potentially missing the playoffs. And those are games that they could really lose. Like, there's a realistic shot that they could lose those games right there because of how stacked the NFC is, that they'll miss the playoffs completely. So, and I think it's too late at this point to say this offense can be fixed. If there hasn't been no sign of it being like patched up, then it's too late at this point. Defenses are only getting better at this point. Other offenses, they're getting better. So I think the Eagles are done. Even if they make the playoffs, they're one and done, in my opinion. That's how I view them. But Josh, do you have anything from this one?
Nah, y'all got it all, dog.
All right, where should we go to next? Which let's go
My best friend's house.
let's go to the Packers and Lions right here.
We're not going to
Packers-
talk about the Vikings and the Seahawks. Packers and
Nah.
Lions, whatever. I kind of seen that coming a mile away, in my opinion.
Well, I would
I think
pick
Amon-Ra
Max
getting hurt.
Brosman throwing 4 interceptions.
Dude,
Look better than 9.
Max Brosman. I wrote in my notes. I wrote Max Brosman processes plays just as fast as old people fuck. And it's pretty damn slow.
Well, I think
I'm
that
not
you
gonna
talked
lie.
enough about that one. You summarized it pretty
I
much.
seen Max Broman throw a dig, and I was like, "Oh, he might be it. He might be it." No, he was not it. He had more completions to the defense than he did to Jay Jettas.
Shout out to the wide receiver legacy game of JSN and Justin Jefferson. What was
No,
it?
I was gonna bring that up.
total?
JSN, you can hate on him not putting up stats in this game. I think that the Seahawks just did what they had to do to win because the Vikings were blitzing so much.
I'm not gonna
that,
lie,
like,
the Vikings had a good defensive game plan.
Yeah, they did. They had an amazing defensive game. They just couldn't hold up for that long.
They did shut him out for like a good. I mean, honestly, the beginning of that game, I watched it because I wanted to see if Max Brosman would be like a new Kirk Cousins or something like that, where he comes in, takes over,
No.
but he didn't. But the Brian Flores did really game plan very well for the Seattle
Yeah.
Seahawks.
I mean, JSN was bound to have a bad game. I mean, but I just think he's not going to be on pace for 2K no more. So, I mean, he's still going to reach, I think, the 1,700 mark for sure. But yeah, no, definitely not the 2K mark. But, okay. Well, I just want to ask about this one right here because they were the number 1 seed. And both teams that we thought that were highly projected, Eagles, we see them struggling. And now the Rams yesterday. They lost to the Panthers. Bryce Young finally had a great game from start to finish against a great team. They won 31-28. So is there any concerns about the Rams here, or is this more about the Panthers?
I want to say this is more about the Panthers. I do think that they went in with the game plan of playing like a split backfield, and I think it worked out to their favor. Getting Chuba involved. Chuba had a really good game. Like, I think 17 for 83. Like, he was very efficient, 2 for 41 and a touchdown. Like, he did it all. And as far as Rico Dowdle, they didn't stray away from the run game at all. They ran this 40 times in this one game. I mean, Bryce Young got out the pocket a couple times, did his own thing.
Yeah.
But still, when you're able to take a lot of pressure away from Bryce Young and to not having him create a lot of opportunity for himself and put the ball literally into your 2 running backs' hands, who should be a 1A and a 1B type of situation, and they did that in this game, it really worked out well for the Carolina Panthers offense as a whole. I mean, we saw Jalen Coker finally start to get a little bit more burn. He's been my guy for a little bit, Been trying to trade for him all year. Got him in one dynasty league, but it creates more opportunity for the other guys on the offense because when you have to worry about the 2 guys in the backfield, the other guys are going to eat. And Bryce Young was able to deliver the ball when he needed to. Ted McMillan had a really big touchdown. It was the only catch of the game, but still, like, he was able to create big plays out from the passing offense when they were needed. And it really showed up in this win against the Los Angeles Rams. And as far as J.C. Horn, like, I don't think he gets enough love. I think J.C. Horn has really... I don't think J.C. Horn gets enough love because he's been really shut down over the last couple of weeks. I do think that drawing the matchup versus Puka Nacua, you can only do so much to slow down Puka Nacua. But 6 for 72 this season is really slowing down Puka Nacua. And then last week, getting 2 interceptions. So he's had a really good back-to-back weeks for the Carolina Panthers defense.
No, I want to talk about this game because I was so excited. The Panthers played the game exactly.
By the way, he left.
I'm sorry.
By the way, just
the
saying.
Panthers played this game exactly as you're supposed to in order to win against the number 1 seed in the NFL. I mean, they ran the ball, like Josh said, 40 times. That's a lot. And they have the two running backs in the backfield, and they really just got the explosives on the pass plays. That's really what it was. Like, Bryce Young didn't have a lot of completions, a lot of yards, but like his yards per completion was insanely deep, and they were for touchdowns. So that's all that really matters at the end of the day. And then also they won the turnover battle. They got 3 turnovers. Derek Brown, like, he's going to be my so-called MVP of the week. I'm already calling it. He caused all 3 of those turnovers with,
way to eliminate a whole segment from our podcast.
I'm sorry. He's my so-called MVP of the week. If you don't listen to the end of the pod, I'm letting you know now. This is who it's going to be. He went absolutely insane. He was this defense. They were missing so many guys on the back end. They were missing one of their linebackers, and the Panthers still showed up. I fucking hate the Panthers, but I do really like Bryce Young, and he balled out yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday. It's still, or no, 2 days ago now. It's already midnight. But I mean, in Stafford, I mean, he didn't really play a bad game. He still played really good after that. Like, I mean, the strip sack fumble, yes, that's unfortunate. The tipped pass for an interception. Also, it was a bad weather game. I typically say that the bad teams win the bad weather games. You know, it happened to the Bears a couple of years ago with Justin Fields whenever they had that huge upset. But yeah, I feel like that's just how the cookie crumbles. And man, the Panthers have a good shot at winning this division, which is kind of insane. You know, if you were saying that 3 weeks ago, you'd been like, fucking no way.
Yeah, and I think they play Tampa Bay coming up. I think they have
twice.
Both?
I think they played them twice.
And okay, I just want to list this quote of Dave Canales. He said this after the game. He said,
so good.
"We have seen the Rams' best football, and they've been playing amazing, and yet no one has seen us play our best yet." So
the Saints beat them. To give you an idea, the Saints beat the Panthers.
So I'm just saying this Panthers team, at first, whenever the Cowboys lost to them, then the Packers, they lost to them, it's like, how can you lose to the Panthers? No, they're a legit team. They're a very legit team. And if Bryce Young happens to show up that day, this team, they could actually knock off playoff teams right here. And I think one thing that the Panthers, they did, they shored up the run game. You cannot run on the Rams. I know 21 for 152, but it was mostly just a big play from Corum in this one. But you usually don't get the big running explosive plays on the Rams. I mean, on the Panthers, and you have J.C. Horn there. So this defense, I kind of view them in the same boat as the Cowboys, but maybe a little bit better. They've been more consistent.
No, the Cowboys' defense now is better.
Well, I'll just say they're a little bit more consistent, the Panthers, from start to finish. So I'll just say this. The Panthers, I don't know. It's just Bryce Young. If he could show up like this, if we could see Bryce Young play football like this every single week, and this was against the hottest team in the league up to this point, if he could play up against this team, then as crazy as it sounds, they could be NFC Championship material because they can run the ball. They have weapons. They have a good enough defense. So I think this is just all dependent on what Bryce Young, he does from this point forward, in my opinion. But as far as the Rams, is there any concerns now from the Rams? Because I'll say this. There's always teams that get hot in the middle of the season and then they make the playoffs. They're still a good team, but maybe they don't streak off like into the playoffs as well. And you know, it's all about going into the playoffs hot. So what do y'all think?
I'm not worried at all for the Rams. I was going to bring up one other segment for the Panthers. This is their first time being 500 at this point in the season in over 8 years. Since the Cam Newton MVP, they haven't been above 500 in week 13.
No way.
Makes you think, dude. They're so shit. They're so bad.
That timeline sounds really off.
I think it was like 2018 or like 2017 was the last time that by week 13 they were above 500.
That's like 10 years ago, Brecken.
2015.
No, I said 2017, 2018.
No, but you said it's been 8 years.
Yeah, 8 years.
I thought
that's 2017.
I thought Cam Newton won his MVP in 2015.
Oh, was it 2015, not 2017?
Yeah, Mahomes has only played.
Oh, it's because
Yeah,
I was thinking of
'cause
Russell Westbrook winning the MVP in 2017, averaging a triple-double.
dude always does this. Dude, dude happens to bring up Russell Westbrook. Damn it. Damn it.
It was
All
Tom
right.
Brady in
Let's
2017.
get
You guys are right. It was 2015. But it's
yeah.
been since 2017 that they were above 500 by week 13.
I was like so confused. I'm like, dude, it's been like the MVP's been dominated by Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes and Lamar Jackson over the last like 8 years. So I was like, what? I was
Soon to be
like,
Drake May. Soon to be
no,
Matthew
but
Stafford.
I'm not necessarily worried about the Rams themselves. I'm just more worried because the competition in NFC is just so stacked. Like I do think that there's going to be a really good team that gets knocked off early, and I'm sure we're going to talk about one of those teams here in a minute that's not even in the playoffs right now, who we thought was probably the Super Bowl favorite, one of the Super Bowl favorites, if not the Super Bowl favorite, in the Detroit Lions. So I'm more worried about them than I am about the Los Angeles Rams right now.
Well, reckon any other things?
Nah, I think I agree completely.
Okay. Well, like you were saying about this one, let's talk about it very briefly. Packers and Lions right here. So the Lions very banged up in this one. So almost come back in this one, but the Packers they seal the deal. Jordan Love 4 tutters in this one, 31-24. So are the Lions going to miss the playoffs here, Josh?
Dude, I might have to say them and the Chiefs are in the struggle bus right now. I do, but the thing is with the Detroit Lions, Amon-Ra did not practice today, and they play on Thursday versus the Dallas Cowboys, and Terry Arnold just went on IR. So they're missing two major pieces going into a major game that they need to win, especially being third in the division right now and losing to a divisional opponent this last week on Thanksgiving. It's not looking very good for the Detroit Lions. And I'm actually pretty worried whether they're going to be able to pull this off or not, because though Jahmyr Gibbs, they have him, it's been a struggle to get this run game going, I think, over the last couple weeks. If it's not some major big plays, I know Jahmyr Gibbs had that big game going into overtime a couple weeks ago, but they shouldn't even have been in overtime.
Yeah, with the Jags, yeah.
It should have been a clear win for the Detroit Lions, and they're playing these games very tight versus a bunch of teams they should be beating handily, and it's just not looking good for them right now, especially with these major injuries going against the Dallas Cowboys, who are red hot, and missing your cornerback one versus these guys. How they're playing right now is just not. It's not good for the Detroit Lions.
Reckon?
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree completely. It's been the story for the Lions the last 2 seasons. It's like they're so good and so talented, and then just these big names or just a whole entire group just gets injured, and it almost like derails their season, and they're crawling to the finish line every single time. And you can't do that once you make the playoffs. You want to be a team that's got depth, and once you guys make the playoffs, you're 100%. That's what you look for. And I don't think that they'll make the playoffs just because how competitive this division is. And I mean, Micah Parsons has this masterclass game. I think it was like 3 sacks, 3.5 sacks, or something like that.
2.5 and 3 TFLs.
Is he
Yeah,
DPOY this year?
No,
Fuck no,
Garrett.
Miles.
But
Micah's having a
record-
great year, but Miles Garrett's gonna get 25 sacks this year.
Yeah, Miles is
I
gonna break the
know.
record.
But there's also the
No.
impact and winning. Like, I don't know. I feel like
It's not as much for DPOY as it is for MVP, like impact of
I don't know. I
winning.
feel like there's a narrative. There's still a narrative with Micah Parsons. An
Like he
underlying
does have the narrative. Like he's gonna be top 3. He's gonna get votes again. Does Miles Garrett is Miles Garrett? I mean,
Yeah, no, Myles Garrett's the best defender in the NFL. I'm just saying, like, I feel like there's still a case for Micah Parsons to win.
MVP, Miles Garrett MVP.
I mean, honestly, he could.
If he breaks the
should-
record,
he should get recognition. He should get top.
because he's at
least
he's at
one
what
top
right
5
now?
vote.
18.
Brecken, we're not
Is he at
arguing
18?
about MVP again right now, Brecken. We're not going to start arguing about MVP.
Go
Stop.
to
But
the MVP.
imagine he breaks the record by like week 15.
And the Browns
he
are
keeps
3
adding on.
and 14.
I mean, still, like, what if he ends the year with like 28 sacks?
That would be
And what if Drake May ends the year first in the AFC and doing great? Like he's gonna win the MVP. It don't matter.
Yeah, it'd be a good. I think he would get a lot of votes.
I don't even think he'd go above Jonathan Taylor.
That's crazy.
How's that
28
crazy?
sacks.
If he has 28
sacks.
sacks above Jonathan Taylor, I would say he'd be above Jonathan Taylor if he had 28 sacks.
We'll see the voting at the end.
I mean, this is all if
It's
ands, and but.
hypothetical. But okay, just as far as with this
He's not
game,
even
like,
above freaking Sam Darnold, dude. Like, let's just quit with
don't
this
start this.
conversation.
Don't start this. Don't start this. But okay, I just want to talk about Jordan Love. Apparently on the same level as T-Law. Just a side note.
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah. I don't know what that was, Reckon. Reckon said that T-Law and Jordan Love are
I'm
equal.
trying to shop T-Law.
I know.
You just get in a group chat where we won't. Like
You
where we
guys
all
called
know.
it so quick. You guys called it so fucking quick. I was like, damn. All right, never mind.
Yeah,
And then,
no.
Dude, the other day when we were at Damien's and Ryan goes, "Did you think you were gonna get 2 first-round picks for T-Law?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, he's like, "Well, I got 2 first-round picks for Baker."
For Baker, yeah. And you're like,
Throwing
"You
it
did?"
in.
Nah, but Jordan Love, if he can play like this on a consistent level, again, I've always said this dude's a double agent. If he can play like this consistently,
Jason Bourne.
yes, no, for real, he is up to this point because he could have great games like this, and then he could have such terrible games where it ends up costing the Packers. So it's just if Jordan Love can be consistently, he doesn't even have to play this well. If he could just be good, then the Packers
Yeah.
should make a championship game.
I know,
They
are they like potential Super Bowl contenders? Because once you start thinking about it,
They've been a Super Bowl contender since.
but
week
I'm
0.
saying
I
like their
wouldn't take them
team,
over Seattle
they're
or
getting
the Rams.
healthy. They're getting healthier as the year is ending. They're like the opposite of the Lions. Like they're gonna get Reed back. They're gonna get Golden back. Which, granted,
I mean-
maybe you don't think those guys are that impactful, but I mean,
I don't think that they moved at all. Like I think ever since Micah Parsons got traded to the Packers, they immediately became the favorite in the NFC. Like I thought that
Really?
was just a given. Like once that trade was made, I thought it was them or the Lions or the Eagles. Like it was between those 3, and then as the weeks went on, we saw what Micah Parsons impacted for the defense. Getting Christian Watson back, they look like a better offense ever since then as well. So I do think that they've been probably the favorite out of the NFC for the last couple of weeks. At least they were definitely in the conversation the whole season.
They're definitely in the conversation, but I'd say still as of right now, I would say the Rams or Seattle.
Yeah,
I would
I
still say
personally,
those
you
two.
know, biasly pick Seattle, but yeah. Seattle's my new Detroit. That's all I'm saying.
shut
Seattle's my
up,
new
Yeah.
dude.
I was on Detroit before everybody, bro. Before everybody.
To be fair,
I lost
he was.
$100.
There is podcast proof of this.
I was on
there's
Almond Raw
podcast.
before everybody.
Oh, bro, watch.
'Cause his brother was a Saint.
Rookie season.
Equanimous, or was it?
Equanimous. I remember I played Madden
He was
whenever
a bear
Equanimous
before he
was
was
on
a
the
Saint,
Bears.
buddy.
I played Madden whenever he was on
He
the
was
Bears,
a bear before he was a
And-
Saint, buddy.
and he did really good in my franchise. Whenever
You
I
know
was
what
rebuilding the
college
Bears,
Almond Raw went to?
USC.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Yes,
No,
sir,
but-
bro.
There we go. All right. Move them up in the rankings, Josh. But all right, let's talk a little bit of some AFC right here. So I feel like this is the pivotal matchup right here. The Indianapolis Colts, who have now lost 2 in a row, versus the red-hot Houston Texans. Texans, they win 20-16, and now it's looking like the Colts, who are the number 1 seed, still have Houston another time, still have Jacksonville 2 more times. So who do you think is gonna win this AFC South? In all honesty, it's all just a one
Josh's
game
favorite
difference between
team.
these. The odds of that, dude, that is so funny. They are
They're
number
still
1 in the
overrated.
division.
They're still so overrated, bro. I don't care. They're the most overrated team in the NFL. I hate the Jaguars this year. And I know it's weird. I like players on the Jaguars. There's something about them I don't like this year. I think it's
That's
They
funny.
beat the
Shane
Chiefs.
Wall. I think you know what it is. I own BTJ in 5 leagues.
Shane
That's why I
Waldron.
hate the
Yes.
Jaguars.
Yes.
I hate.
I
Yeah,
agree.
Shane Waldron, bro. God, give BTJ the ball, please, bro. Oh my gosh. You know what's the
No,
crazy about this? I only owned BTJ in 1 league when the season started. I own him in 5 now. So that's the insane part about this whole thing.
you put yourself in this situation, Josh. That's your own fault.
I know. I just own BTJ
The
in one
writing
league.
was
I
on the
can only
wall,
imagine
bro, and you're
5
like,
leagues.
let me buy it. Let me buy it. No,
Yeah.
but so going into this game, I don't know if you guys knew Daniel Jones had a fractured fibia,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you've seen him getting snaps in practice. I didn't think he was gonna play,
Dude,
and
that
he
was
ended up
scary.
playing.
I know. I
Dude,
wish Riley
he ended
would have
up
took some
playing.
snaps.
Yeah, he ended up playing, and I mean, that's what happens whenever you have a broken leg and you're going against the best defense in the NFL with some of the best edge rushers. Like they're gonna wreck the game. Granted, I think that they should have leaned way onto Jonathan Taylor. Like if your quarterback's got a fucking broken leg, just give the running back the ball as much as you can. I get that they stopped the run pretty well, but still, he's your MVP. I've said this 2 weeks in a row now. Both of the ones that
Yeah.
they've lost. Give it to your MVP. He is your star player. Let him do star player things. And um, I mean, CJ Stroud looked pretty decent in his game back. Nothing insane. He didn't throw a touchdown, but I mean, they didn't necessarily need to. And I mean, like we've been saying, the Texans defense looks absolutely insane. It's they play with so much effort. It's like these linebackers are popping you. These guys are getting fined. I wouldn't be surprised if you told me that they are the most fined defense in the NFL because they are fucking lighting people up, bro. And I mean, I
Well, to
love
be
to see it.
fair, Aziz Al-Shaair gets suspended like
Ah,
once a
he's
week.
Yeah.
out here. He's like the guy from Dune,
Mhm.
Aziz Al-Shaair. I don't care, bro. I love that energy. I love that from a linebacker. But yeah, no, I mean they just kind of outclassed it. This is a divisional game, and it was a very close one. I think if Daniel Jones was 100%, I don't know if this game goes the way that it does, just because it was so close. But that's kind of my thoughts on it.
So, as far as from this game right here, I think the Texans, well, I think the two Texas teams, in all honesty, one in the AFC, one in the NFC, I don't think any team wants to play them because the biggest weakness, it's actually the total opposite. The biggest thing was the Texans offense and the biggest thing was the Cowboys defense. And now both of them kind of got things figured out now, and now they're kind of middle of the pack. And I have a lot more stock into the Houston Texans offense, and it could potentially be top 10 with Woody Marks, Nico Collins, Jaden Higgins. And they're starting to show that. So the
Yeah.
Texans down the stretch, they can win this division and they could really mess up things for this entire AFC. And I think with this historic of a defense, we talked about it with the Bills or against the Bills last week. They shut down Josh Allen and any other quarterback in the AFC. A Bo Nix, Drake May, he is playing good, but still in the second year. Trevor Lawrence, you have those guys at the top. You're really telling me this Texans defense can't take over the playoffs for a 3-game stretch? And honestly, just because their defense alone by themselves, and if CJ Stroud just plays average, this team can make a Super Bowl run. Like they're more than capable of that, and they have playoff experience. So I'm just saying this Texans team. I, well, actually, let's see what they do against Kansas City next week. Then I'll see. Then I'll see from there.
Yeah, I think honestly the Texans have been looking for a number 2 receiver. I think they were funneling a lot of targets towards guys like Xavier Hutchinson, Jalen Noel, um, but they were really missing that true number 2 guy. And I think Jaden Higgins over the last 3 weeks has really emerged as that true option on the outside, out along with Nico Collins. And I think it's opened up so much of the opportunity for the rest of the players on this offense, especially with the bad offensive line, who's playing a little bit better as of recently, but still. He's able to have that other option to create opportunity to get this offense moving down the field. And it's really shown in CJ Stroud's game. Though he's not what he was his rookie year, he has not got back to that level one bit. But it's helping him get this team moving. And that's all you got to do when this defense is holding teams down like this, especially teams like the Indianapolis Colts, who has struggled against two better defenses over the last couple of weeks when they're finally able to play defenses that can scheme up some really good things against Daniel Jones and truly make him try beating you when they shut down the run in back-to-back weeks. But the Texans do have that dynamic duo, I think, in the receiving core right now that has really opened up this offense quite a bit.
Reckon anything?
Nah, man, that's it.
Okay, well, I just want to ask you about these two teams in the AFC right here. And they're the top two teams right now in the AFC. It's the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. Both of them, they won their games. 10-2. Broncos, they won overtime 27-26. Patriots, they beat the Giants 33-15. If you had to trust a team more, they both are on win streaks right now. Very easily. You said that very convincingly. Now, why?
Yeah, Patriots, bro, because Broncos are the most overrated team in the entire NFL, bro. I'm tired of them. They're so bad. Like, they are so bad. Like, they beat us. I get it. You know, we suck too, okay? We're 6-6. But, dude, week in and week out, they're playing these 3-win teams and these 2-win teams, and they're getting into shootouts. Like, it makes no sense to me. They're holding teams down to 12 and only scoring 15. Like, it makes no sense. They're mid. At least the Patriots are blowing teams out. They had 30 in the first half versus the New York Giants, bro. Of course they were going to take their foot off the gas. So, yeah, give me the Patriots. Bar none, dude. Bar none. Give me the Patriots. And their defense is better.
The Patriots' defense is better?
Yeah, I said it.
Okay. Well, anyways, over here in reality,
what did
over
Jackson
here
Dart
in
do
reality,
versus the Denver Broncos? What did Jackson Dart do versus the Denver Broncos?
That was PC.
What did Jackson Dart do to the Denver Broncos? What did Jackson Dart do to the Patriots? Exactly. That's my point right there. All right.
And he had Cam. Did he have Cam? Yeah, he had Cam. Yeah, he had Cam Scatterboo.
Jackson Dart's still the same dude running through brick walls, bro. It don't matter, dude.
All right, bro.
Devin Singletary looked pretty good in this game. I don't know what y'all are talking about.
He looked all right.
Greg didn't even watch the game.
Yes, I did. I liked watching my Pookie Bear
play. He got cable at home, bro. He didn't watch the game.
All right, bro. Whatever makes you sleep easy at night. I also have the Patriots. Obviously, I love my Pookie Bear, Drake May. And I was watching his wife's TikTok. She made him a good little breakfast this morning. Made me a little bit happy. Some good protein. And, love that she sent him on his way to go whoop the shit out of the Giants. And, the Broncos, yeah, cool. You took the fucking, 3-win team to, like, almost double overtime. Mariota had a fucking insane fourth quarter, just an absolute insane ending. It was like some of the most entertaining football ever. I think Sean Payton is a damn good coach, and he really makes Bo Nix not look as bad as he is, in my opinion. His form is so dog shit. You're supposed to point your toe where you throw the ball. You learn this when you're 5 years old.
Right here, quarterback.
You learn it when you're 5 years old.
This is Cliff Kingsbury. This is Cliff Kingsbury right here.
My point is, Bo Nix is not Mahomes, and he's throwing the ball. He's throwing it straight like this. He's fucking throwing it like this. What are you doing? Turn your fucking shoulders and throw that bitch. Huck that motherfucker pigskin down the goddamn. And he pisses me off.
Guys, this is OHS third string tight end talking right now.
You're damn right. I fucking sucked at playing football, but I love watching it and understanding it. He knows how to throw a
pigskin across the yard, dude. He knows.
I do not. I'm not claiming to be good at anything. I realize I'm not very athletic at all.
To be the next Cliff Kingsbury. I'll discover Baker Mayfield, Johnny Manziel, Kyler Murray, Patrick Mahomes,
or Dave Canales.
Turn Marcus Mariota into a demon in the fourth quarter. Jaden Daniels. You're just the quarterback guru.
Yeah.
You're the quarterback guru. You're Cliff Kingsbury. Exactly. You're Cliff Kingsbury, Brecken.
No, but head to head, I take the Patriots.
Okay. Well, I just want to give the rest of the schedules of these two teams remaining. So the Patriots, they have their bye week.
He's an NBA defense guru.
Hey, Ryan, we asked him before the pod about the different types of zones in NBA, and he answered every single one right. So I'm just saying, just shout out to Brecken. He needs to go up in the rankings one more.
Bro watches 2 Jimmy High Roller videos and like.
I love Jimmy High Roller. Yo, Jimmy High Roller, if you're listening, hit me up. 4th and Peace, bro. I want to learn how you make those
Bro
graphics.
hasn't posted in 2 years on 4th and Peace.
I don't care. I don't care. Dude, I love his videos.
We
Such
need
great
more
quality.
mods and more mods.
I don't even watch it.
chicken
To give
farm,
y'all an
dude.
idea, to give the listeners an idea, I don't watch basketball, but I don't miss a Jimmy High Roller video.
That's where he learns his basketball stuff from.
Exactly.
Hey, to be fair, we all started there. We all started with Jimmy High
Not
Roller.
me, Mike Korzimba. We all real one started
Mike-
with Mike
Mike Korzimba,
Korzimba,
yes,
bro.
the what ifs,
No
yes.
one started
Mike
with Jimmy
Korzimba.
High Roller. You start with
It's Mike
Korzimba.
Korzimba. It's Mike Korzimba, then you go to Jimmy. But like Mike Korzimba, it's more like
Dude, Mike Korzimba,
what
bro.
ifs,
Mike
what
Korzimba
ifs, and
in
like
2014,
Lonzo Ball with the
you weren't
40-inch
there.
vertical.
You weren't there with.
I was
if you
there.
weren't- No, I'm saying if you weren't there with Mike Korzimba in 2013, 2014, maybe earlier.
That was a legendary run.
Dude, oh my gosh.
I mean, Kenny
Dude,
too.
Shout out Mike Korzimba, bro. Shout
Kenny-
out Mike
Kenny was
Korzimba.
there. Okay, that was random. We keep going to basketball for some reason, but all right.
No, 'cause
New
it's
England,
the beautiful game. It's the beautiful game,
is.
brother.
New England Patriots rest of the season schedule. They have their bye week: Bills,
Dub,
Ravens,
dub,
Jets,
dub,
and Dolphins.
Dub.
Then the Broncos.
That's a pretty easy schedule.
This is where it gets tough for the Broncos. Well, okay, maybe not this game. They have the at Raiders,
L,
Green Bay,
L,
Jacksonville,
L,
at Kansas
L.
City, and then the Chargers.
L. All those are L's. 0-5 for the rest of the season. 5-0 for the Patriots.
Okay.
Hot take.
Dude, Ashton Jinty's about to go nuclear this week, bro.
I can hear the
250
heat.
yards.
I can hear. Hey, I hope so. Hey, I hope so.
Me too,
Ashton
bro.
Jinty
Me
Dynasty.
too.
Yeah, same. I'm an Ashton Jinty Dynasty owner.
So, no, okay. That pretty much covered everything right there. But all right, we're gonna give this a shot, like how I said before we
God, I
started.
gotta wake up
As
for
far
work
as
in 4 hours.
guess a player and guess a contract. Okay. we'll
Oh,
do it
bro,
quick.
I need to talk about Jerry Jeudy. I wrote some fucking notes about Jerry Jeudy. Gosh, does he
Okay,
piss
let's
me
talk
off.
about Jerry Jeudy.
You know
talk
who
about it.
didn't complain whenever his quarterback had 5 turnovers and didn't throw him the ball until halfway through the fourth quarter? Just the best fucking receiver in the NFL, Justin Jefferson. You know who complained whenever his quarterback overthrew him by 2 yards? Jerry Jeudy, you're not fucking him. Get him out of here. I need Steve Smith to go back in there and tell you, you're just a fucking jag. He's a bottom. There's 100 better receivers. There's 100 wide receivers better than you, Jerry Jeudy. This is your rookie's second start, first home game,
Yeah, that
going
was
against
bad.
a very good 49ers. And he didn't even play bad. He played good. Also, the Browns, pre-Shador Sanders, had 2 plays that were pass plays that went over 27 yards.
I just
Post.
talked about guys that maybe have
Were you
not
gonna bring this up every time?
showed up in the way or in the manner. And so the word that I've used
the freak?
to describe him in the past was a jag,
Can you not hear
just
it?
a guy.
We can hear
When
it.
I saw him, he's
Yeah, you can hear
playing
it.
well. I wanted to say to him face to face, like, hey, I know I said some things in the past I probably shouldn't have, and I'm sorry. That's what I wanted to say to him. His response, Mike Ra, was ninja.
Ninja.
Yes, I'm using the word ninja. I'm just using the word ninja. I don't mess with you. And it was a curse word. And so I was like, all right. And then he repeated it. So I'll say it again.
God,
I'm sorry that I said you were
forgot
a
this was a
jag, just a
2-minute
guy
video.
who's an average wide receiver that used a first round pick on that isn't doing anything.
I
I hope
think him and
today
Brecken
that you
look a
actually
lot
show
alike.
up in a way that you haven't showed up in the last couple of years since they
Him and
drafted
Jerry
you.
Jeudy?
So if you ever
No,
got a problem
Brecken
with
and Steve
Agent 89, I'm sorry for saying that you're an average wide receiver that they eventually will move on. And when
I see
teams
the
call me
similarities.
and asking, should they trade for
Gotta be
you?
the hairline.
I will
for
say
sure.
no. Don't trade for
It's gotta-
Jerry
it's gotta
Jeudy
be the smile.
because he's mentally
Gotta be.
unable to handle
Something about the
constructive
melanin.
criticism
Something about his
from
melanin.
people who watch specifically. Can he be a wide receiver? He could be a wide receiver. He's a tier 3.
I'm over this guy already.
Go back
Dude.
into the studio. I'm done now. Thank you.
Okay. Wise words from the greatest Triple Crown season of all time.
I was just
And
breaking talking.
I mean, okay, like I was going to say before, before Shador Sanders, the Browns had 2 pass plays that went for over 27 yards. One of them was a screen. After Shador Sanders, in his first 2 starts, 4 plays over 35 yards in his first 2 starts. And he could have had more if Jerry Jeudy isn't fucking fumbling the ball and not jumping for
Skipping.
passes.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane. Also, Steelers, most expensive defense in the NFL. What the fuck are you guys doing? You just let them run 51 times. The Bills ran 51 times on you guys for almost 300 yards. Steelers, you need to do better. I know Debo's going to be fucking pissed, and he should be. Why are you the most expensive team in the NFL? Mike Tomlin, sorry, you're done. You're not having a 500 season. Fire him. All right? Another guy that needs to get fired. We were talking about it earlier in the season. John Harbaugh. John Harbaugh is done. After this game, he's done. Joe Burrow made an insanely good play. I actually watched this because his touchdown to Yoshivash was beautiful and it was artful, and it shows you why the mental game is the most important, not the physical. He's seen that the Ravens wanted to blitz their safety and their corner, checked out of their play, caught a seam route, and then also motioned in the tight end and the running back to block. It was just beautiful, right over Roquan Smith's head for a touchdown, and that's why the Bengals are better than you. They had 4 field goals, 4 straight drives. You're telling me that the Ravens don't capitalize on that? I think Harbaugh's gone.
Oof.
I think he's done.
I think Tomlin's gone before Harbaugh.
I think they're both.
I think
gone.
they're both gone.
Yeah, I think they're both gone.
I
Honestly.
mean, I don't care.
And then also, for the last 4 games, Derrick Henry, the first drive, has 6+ attempts and has had
And a
40
touchdown.
yards and has had a touchdown in the first drive. After that, in these last 4 games, he's only had 7 attempts. In the first, you're telling me a running back
That's
that gets
insane.
a running back that is that big, that gets better as the game goes on. You have a quarterback that is coming back from an injury and still isn't 100%, as we can all tell. You go to a guy that gets better as the game goes on and you run less? Explain that to me, John. Explain that to me. That makes no sense at all.
Yeah, it really doesn't. Man, I remember when I texted the group chat, I'm like, yo, what happened to Derrick Henry, bro?
Yeah.
Like
He's
I mean,
not
I get
injured or
having-
anything.
No, he's
I
not.
get, yeah. At least I own Keaton Mitchell and Derrick Henry, so.
No, and it's like you are you're hands down the best run team in the NFL. Why are you dropping back 40+ times? Run the damn ball. You have a 200+ pounder in the backfield, an absolute giant that runs for 2,000 yards when he's 30 years old.
I just think it's just a mismanagement, especially in a game where it's one of the worst defenses in the Cincinnati Bengals, and they're not able to get anything going. But also, we talked about it last week as far as Lamar Jackson. Either he's not healthy or something's not clicking with that offense. They were perfectly fine in the first 3 weeks when they were averaging damn near 40 points a game. And now ever since he's got back, they haven't cracked over 24.
What happened in week 4, though?
yeah. Ever since the Chiefs week 4, they haven't been the same offense ever since then.
Oh my! You want to know something else that's crazy? Last 4 weeks since Lamar's come back from injury, who do you think has had more fantasy points, him or Shador Sanders?
Wow. Well, I mean,
That's insane. Shador Sanders has had more points than Lamar Jackson.
wow.
Bench him. Like teach him a lesson. I had to do it to BTJ and he dropped 20 the next game. Granted, he's been dog shit since. But bench him for a week, bro. He's got to learn his fucking lesson.
Lamar Jackson.
BTJ
if
did
you're
not
listening to
learn
this-
his lesson.
No, he
That's for
didn't.
sure.
No, he did
BTJ
not.
did not
You need
learn
to
his
bench
For
him
lesson.
1
again.
week he did. For 1 week he did.
You need to bench him again. You need to bench him
Bench
I
again.
him
actually
again,
am.
Breckin.
I already decided I'm
You
benching
bench
BTJ next
BTJ.
week.
Breckin,
I'm
you
benching him
bench
next week.
BTJ. Please do it,
Please
Breckin.
I'm
do it.
benching him next
Please.
week. I've started him every single game this season. I'm like, oh, he's my first round pick. I have to start him.
I know, bro. I know.
I'm starting
I
Adonai
know.
Mitchell over him this week.
Bro.
I'm starting John Mechie over him. I feel like the Jets got something going on in that wide receiver room. I love how young
They do.
and electric they
Dude,
are.
Garrett Wilson, Adonai Mitchell, John Mechie. Who would have
That's-
thought?
Mason
I know.
Taylor.
Mason Taylor's
Yeah.
dog.
Mims, their left tackle is so slept on. The one that they drafted, the rookie.
Yeah. Wait, Mims?
Morgan Moses.
Is it Mims?
No, it's Alu Fashanu. No.
Yeah. I think you're talking about Morgan Moses.
Oh, Armand Membu. Thanks, Ryan.
Oh,
Thanks, Ryan.
Membu.
Yeah,
Where
thanks.
did Fashanu
Ryan.
go?
Fashanu, he
I thought he was on the Jets.
Raiders.
Fashanu's
no.
on the Raiders?
No, he's not. No, he's not. I'm tripping. Where did Fashanu is on the Jets?
Yeah, he's on the Jets. Well,
Yeah,
I think there were
okay.
two different draft.
Yeah. Okay,
Two,
it is
two different drafts.
Okay, yeah.
Was Mims 2 years ago?
Mims?
I think he's talking about Mimbo. Are you talking about Marvin Mims, dude? He plays wide receiver for the Denver Broncos, and he went to Oklahoma.
Amarius Mims. Oh no, he's on the Bengals. What the heck?
Yeah, that's
he was
exactly
drafted
why
like a team.
dog crap offensive line.
What the heck?
Nah, but
Oh, you're right, Josh. I was thinking of that other guy. I can't say his last name.
Armand Mimbu.
that guy. No, but all right. Well, okay, we'll just do this really quick. Just do two of them. We'll just do two of them. You have to guess the contract and the player at the same time. You could guess it right away, or you have 4 hints. All right?
Did we get to use
Okay.
chat?
No.
No.
Okay,
That-
I'll close that chat.
Gosh,
Close that
Damien.
chat.
Okay. Top 5 in catches and yards last 2 seasons. Obviously, this is a wide receiver here.
We're guessing the guy right now.
Yes. I mean, well,
Top 5, last 2,
by the end of it, you have to guess his
including
contract.
this season.
Yes. Or
Okay.
last two seasons.
Okay, last 2 seasons.
Amon Ra.
Whoa, wow, that was a snipe. That was a snipe right there. Yes, it is Amon-Ra, but now it's time for you guys to guess the contract. All right. Now I'll give you guys your next hint. Paid big, but not Tyreek Hill or Devontae Adams money.
It was either a 4 or 5 year, and
4 years.
it was 4 years, and it was something like 28 mil a year or something like that. Because AJ Brown was like 30, 31.
If y'all want another hint, y'all can. Y'all can get one.
You think it was
4
a 4
years.
year?
$108 million.
No, it's more.
Just if y'all are ready for another hint.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that. 4 year, 108.
Okay, it was very close. It was 4 years, 120 million, and $30 million a year. So that was very close. Okay.
How much
See,
is
I
he
said he was
guaranteed
right.
though?
I
How
said
much is he
around
guaranteed,
28
though?
mil.
It doesn't say guaranteed.
How much
I
is he
didn't look up-
guaranteed though?
He's guaranteed a lot. I don't
He-
think it's
I
fully
think- I
guaranteed,
think
but he
it's
is
a lot.
guaranteed a lot.
I bet you
That was the point of the
108
deal.
million.
Okay, this one it should be a little bit tougher. Okay, well you're gonna know who this player is, but as far as guessing the market value, Giants traded premium pick, and they had to pay him after they traded for him.
Brian Burns.
Okay, y'all
Uh-huh,
got that.
uh-huh.
Okay, I want y'all to get the years, the total contract, and average in this one. See how well y'all could do.
So it was 2 years ago.
Okay,
5 years.
it is
No.
5 years.
Well,
Yeah,
5
yeah,
years.
yeah,
it is.
yeah.
I was
5
gonna say
years.
5 or 6. 5 or
He,
6.
I remember he set the record for like 2 days or something like that, and then somebody else got paid. I know he got paid, like he got overpaid, like he got paid a shit ton of money.
He's a dog, bro.
He's good.
I mean, like top 5 in sacks. I give y'all another hint.
I'm gonna guess he's got to be like Like how many a year? You think like 30 a year? 30 mil a year? You think he's getting paid about that much? I think like 28 and a
32.
half. I think like 28 and a half.
Ooh, I feel like that's low. Chris Jones is getting paid 32 and a half.
What? Really? Okay. Maybe I got DNs all mixed up in my head.
Yeah,
Then he's got to
DNs
be
get
getting
paid
paid
more
more.
than DTs.
Maybe
bro.
it's like 36 and a half or something.
I like that number a little bit more.
36.
So
We'll go with
36 times
36.
5. What's
So-
that? 168 mil. I feel like that's a good 167 mil 5 years, over 5 years. 167.
I think it's right around that. I bet it's closer to like
So are y'all
like
locking it in?
170,
Are you locking it in?
175.
What's y'all's final answer?
170. Want to go
5
with
year
170? What's the middle? Yeah.
Okay.
168.
So the
I
actual
said that.
Okay, so the actual contract is 5 for 141, and it's 28.5 million a year.
Oh.
Breaking
I
that
was
at all
right!
the money.
I was
Breaking-
right!
Breaking that at all the money. So
I was like, I think it's
Good
around
job,
like
Brecken.
20.
Good job, Brecken.
Dude,
So-
why is Chris Jones getting paid 32 and a half? Are you sure he's getting paid
Almost like
32
he
and a
has,
half?
like made the All-Pro team like 6 years in a row, but it's
it's like
whatever.
he's one of the greatest.
It's almost like he's
defensive
one of the greatest defensive tackles to ever walk the face of the planet.
Okay, I could give y'all one more. This one shouldn't be too bad.
Dude, his contract is nasty.
Okay, doesn't have an MVP, but got franchise quarterback money.
Is it Tua?
Deshaun Watson.
Wait, active?
Active. Well, obviously, yeah, this is active, yeah.
I mean, it could be Tua, it could be Purdy.
Deshaun Watson.
It's not Deshaun Watson. It's okay. I'll
Dang
give y'all this-
it!
Okay, from this point forward, I'll just say
T-Law.
if y'all guess a name, I'll just say another. Same
Was
tier as
it-
Herbert and Burrow deals.
Oh,
Damn,
so he's
that's a
like at
lot.
least top 5. Dak Prescott.
Oh
Dak
my
Prescott's
gosh, is
number
it
one.
Kirk?
He's number 1.
Is it Big Kirko?
It's not Kirk or
Kirko's
Dak.
no, they revamped Kirko's contract, and then Dak is number 1. So
Yeah, Dak is number 1.
Jordan Love.
It's not Jordan Love. Very
No.
large guarantees in this contract.
No, Josh Allen.
Kyler's contract was crazy.
It's not Kyler.
No, it's not the market no more though.
Yeah, that was a while ago. I'm trying to think about who would, because there's like Purdy, Tua, obviously, T-Law, obviously.
There's some names. Y'all have like the right bunch of names. And I'll
I
give y'all
thought
y'all's last
Kirko-
hint.
I thought
Not
Kirko
number
would be up
one
there.
highest paid, but very close to it. I know it's not saying much, but
Yeah, because Mahomes and Josh Allen aren't up there. Like they're
No.
they're a little lower because their contracts.
so that's the hint I'll give y'all. Dak is at 60 million. And then it's not highest paid, but it's close to it.
There's so many young quarterbacks in the NFL that aren't even on contract yet.
Sam Darnold signed a 3-year contract, so it's not.
Yeah, and his wasn't crazy. Baker's contract wasn't crazy. Dude, I don't know.
Jared Goff? No,
It's not
Jared-
golf.
No,
Okay, do you want me
Goff's
to tell
contract-
y'all the player? Do you want me to tell y'all the player so y'all can guess the contract?
Give us the conference.
AFC.
Damn it! I'm just kidding. Shoot, brother.
It's not Gino. He's not getting
it-
paid that much. I
It's
don't
not
remember
Daniel
his contract.
Jones. It's not
No.
Stroud.
No. It's not T-Law. You already said no
Russell
to
Wilson?
T-Law.
Wait, I never said
He's
it wasn't
NFC.
T-Law.
He's NFC.
I never said.
Oh, is it T-Law? Can I guess T-Law?
Yes, you could guess. It is Trevor Lawrence. I was hoping
That
y'all
was
looked
like
at
the
card.
first fucking name
didn't
that I
hear.
said.
Y'all were throwing names.
Yeah, that
Y'all-
was his first
y'all-
name.
Y'all were
was
throwing
T-Law.
names like crazy. I didn't hear that right
Oh
there.
my.
Yeah, I didn't hear that. It is Trevor Lawrence. Yes.
Yeah, okay, so that's why we stopped guessing Trevor Lawrence because Brecken said it
I
like
didn't hear-
the first
I didn't
time.
hear
I
that
was
part at
like
all.
Tua, Purdy, or
Yes, you
T-Law.
did,
It's
Damien.
got to
Shut
be
your
one
mouth.
of
Go
the.
to sleep. Shut your mouth and go to sleep, Damien.
No,
Feed
I
your
said
kids.
No, because after you said those 4, I said you're in the right range. You're in the right
okay,
range.
okay,
Yeah, he did
okay.
not say it. Yeah.
At least
Okay, thank you,
Maybe I
brother.
didn't
Thank you,
say it
bro.
as like
Thank
this
you,
is my
brother.
guess, but I did
Yeah.
say his name.
Nah, but all right. Now for the actual contract. So I gave y'all all those hints right there. It's
I know his contract.
4-year contracts. 4-year
No.
contracts.
5.
NFL teams don't like to sign 5-year contracts because when they re-up, they have to pay the market value after 5 years when the new person comes along. So they go for 4 years. I feel like it's 4.
I feel like it could be more than 5.
Dude, he did not getting a Josh Allen 6-year contract, Brecken.
Yeah, you're right. 4-year, like 180 something. Nah, more than that. I think it's like a 4-year 215 or some shit. That'd be insane. No, I bet it's like a 4-year 185.
Dude, that's low. If he's close to Dak Prescott, and Dak Prescott getting paid what, like $69 million this year?
60.
No, bro.
He's gonna
Isn't
get
it gonna jump up though?
So 215.
No,
So
it jumped up
215.
last year.
No, in
Oh,
2
okay.
years it's gonna go up to like 107. I know, right? It's because they
No, you're
backloaded that
lying.
contract.
Fonzo, is
No,
that
no, no, no,
true?
no. I'll
No,
pull it
no,
up.
that's
I'll
not
pull it
right.
up.
It's not right.
I'll
His
pull it
cap's
up.
gonna go down.
Bro's gonna
This-
get paid 80% of the salary, 75%
No,
of the
it's
salary
not.
cap
That's
to
not.
one guy
That's
is
not
insane.
accurate.
I'm pulling it up, brother.
So I say
Oh, well,
he's
this-
around 56 mil, 56
I said
mil times-
215. I said like 215.
I say 232. No, I
Oh,
don't.
it goes.
I say
It goes.
222.
It goes 75 mil, 68 mil, 78 mil.
224. I say about 4 years, 224. Trevor Lawrence.
4-year 224. Brecken, what's your guess?
I said 215. I would rather
Okay.
go with like a 5-year, like 260.
So, okay, what is y'all's average? Like guess average. Guess average here.
I guess
Per
mine.
year,
I ain't guessing. I got it right on the money.
like 52
Okay.
and a half.
So
Mine's like
the
56 mil a year.
so the actual contract. So Brecken did have the years right. It is a 5-year deal.
Yeah.
275, $55 million a year.
I was close with the yearly though.
Yeah,
I said 5-year,
Josh was
260.
close.
Yeah, I was pretty close.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to see how good y'all knew contracts right there. But all right, let's go on and wrap it up with our MVPs of the week. So Brecken, we already know yours. You gave yours away like 40
I'm
minutes into the
sorry.
episode.
I'm sorry. I got a little horny. I got a little horny.
Josh, who was your MVP? For this
Also, little side note, Steelers defense got ran through like an ASU sorority girl on rush week. 51 rush attempts. Wanted to throw that. I wrote that down as well in my notes. Wanted to throw that one in there. Zinger! I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Who is my MVP of the week?
Dude, there's so many good options.
No,
There's this
not.
guy that plays on this team
I hate
in Texas
all the teams
named
that
Jonathan.
won.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and name mine. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna go with
mine-
Devon Achen for
Okay,
taking
okay.
down the New Orleans Saints. 22 carries, 134 yards, and a touchdown. While
He did good.
also
I was
being
excited.
A
Damn, you're right.
handsome young feller, you know. So I'm going with
Yeah,
Devon Achen.
I'm not mad. I got him in Dynasty.
Well, I'm gonna go with the guy who was getting a bunch of slack, even from me last week. After I said George Pickens may be that number 1 receiver, but then he turned around and he showed that a Rolls Royce is a Rolls Royce when it pulls up, compared to all these Chryslers, these DB1s.
I mean, technically,
like
he
Trent
didn't.
McDuffie,
He was the third best
7 for
receiver on the field.
112
But
and a tutter. Right
Technically,
there.
was a-
Speedy-
George
easily the
Pickens didn't
best
score a
receiver.
touchdown.
I'm talking about CD
Oh.
Lamb right here, number 88.
Well,
The
receiver had
88.
2 touchdowns.
Well, CD had more yards and a dub. So now I'm just saying we play this game for dubs here. So shout out to CD Lamb for being my MVP of the week. But all right, guys, any last things before we wrap this up?
Damon Clark is now on the Houston Texans.
Cool.
Shout out to Johnny Furphy and shout out to Danny Manning.
Hey,
That's-
shout out Johnny Furphy and Danny Manning.
yes,
Later,
Danny Manning.
deuces.
We got to put you on on Danny Manning, Brecken. But all right,
Brecken
before we
don't
get
know
out
about
of
no
here,
Danny, man. He
find
don't know
us
about
on
one of the
Twitch,
greatest college
Discord,
basketball
TikTok,
players of all
Instagram, and
time.
YouTube under TSCSA or the so-called sports analyst. But yes, we'll tell you or guess which team he played for. We'll end it. But whether you listen to this live or another day, we appreciate it. Make sure you share this to anybody that likes sports. We'll see you guys soon. Y'all take care. Yeah, guess